What's going on, everyone? It's your rifle here. I apologize for not uploading yesterday, guys. This is what I was doing all day. I'm not being over dramatic when I say that. Pretty much all day I was doing a bunch of research trying to find out what people got from the Vault of Glass raid. Because there is information of what people got, but there isn't information all wrapped up in one single thing. So that's why I'm making this video, to wrap up pretty much everything that you can get in the Vault of Glass all in one video. I hope this answers a lot of people's questions on what you can obtain from the Vault of Glass. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. And if you could, please take a little bit of time and show a little bit of appreciation to that like button. It helps out a lot, and it's highly appreciated from your rifle. Ooh. Yeah, I'm human. I do that too. But anyways, because this took a long time to bundle up all this information in one video. So let's get to this. To start this off, I will go over the legendary raid gear that you can receive. These are labeled as Vex sets. Now I'm almost certain for the other raids, they will be labeled as some type of other sets, probably Hive set or Fallen set. Who knows? We're not there yet. Hey, that rhymed. Hell yeah. But these are the Vex sets from the Vault of Glass. Makes sense, right? Because we're fighting Vex enemies. Anyways, to start this off, I'm going to be covering the class Hunter. Since I'm a hunter, I'm just going to cover the class Hunter. You can receive a Mantic Zealot helm, a Mantic Zealot cuirass, which is a chest piece, Mantic Zealot gauntlets, Mantic Zealot greaves. That is one full armor set. There are 2 raid gear sets that you can obtain for each character, and I have compared the 2 armor sets that you can get, which one is Prime and one is called Mantic, and they are both extremely similar, having the same perks that you unlock in the set. For example, the Mantic helm has the exact same perks that you can upgrade for the Prime helm, and it just goes down the list. They are equaled out in perks. The only difference is they just look different. And this is the same for all the other characters as well. Alright, since I've gotten that out of the way, let's continue on. You can receive a Prime Zealot helm, Prime Zealot cuirass, Prime Zealot gloves, and a Prime Zealot greaves. Basically, you can receive full sets of legendary raid gear. And this raid gear is no joke. It is highly important, especially if you're wanting to get to level 30. Now for the Titan, you can receive Face Guard of Caviar, Caviar's Might, Caviar's Defending Grasp, Caviar's Life-Giving Treads. Now for the other Vex armor set for the Titan, it is Battle Cage of Caviar, Caviar's Wrath, Caviar's Brazen Grips, Caviar's Forceful Greaves. But anyways, now for the Warlock Vex set. You can get Cowl of the Hezen Lords, Cuirass of the Hezen Lords, Grips of the Hezen Lords, Boots of the Hezen Lords. Now for the other Vex armor sets for the Warlock. Facade of the Hezen Lords, Robe of the Hezen Lords, Gloves of the Hezen Lords, Tread of the Hezen Lords. You can have a complete legendary raid armor set for each class. If you're wanting to know every little detail that each of these legendary raid armor pieces do, then go ahead and check out the link in the description. I will have it provided for you guys. This video will carry on way too long if I talk about every little detail of what these armor capabilities have. I want to go ahead and get started with the weapons. These weapons are considered raid gear. They're absolutely crazy. They may be only legendaries, but these legendaries are insane. So don't think an exotic is going to be better than some of these legendary raid weapons you can get. The first one I'm going to cover is the Atheon's Epilogue. What's badass about this weapon is it is a primary and it can do void damage. Not only that, it has a perk that you can get called Glass Half Full. What this does is the bottom half of each magazine causes additional damage. That is a perk worth having. Not only that, this weapon has a perk called Oracle Disruptor. Now what this does is it allows this weapon to deal bonus damage to oracles in the Vault of Glass. Now this will come in major handy when you guys are trying to fight the Vault of Glass on hard, because there are more oracles to destroy. And not to mention, each of these legendary raid weapons do some type of special damage, which comes in handy to collect each and every one that you get, because I know you guys know how much of a pain some of the enemy shields can be. So if you have a selection of legendary weapons, one with Void, one with Arc, and one with Solar, that'll make the enemies with the shield 10 times easier because primary ammo is everywhere. Okay, now for the next legendary weapon. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. This weapon is called Praedeth's Timepiece, which is a pulse rifle. Now this weapon can do arc damage. Some awesome perks about this one is there's a perk called Perfect Balance, which what this does is makes the weapon have extremely low recoil, which is very handy for a pulse rifle. Not to mention, it also has a perk called Secret Round, which what this does is missing a shot from the weapon's burst will fire a 4th shot. So that is handy to do some extra damage. And as always, it has Oracle Disruptor. All of the raid weapons that you get will have this perk called Oracle Disruptor. And you guys know what that does now. Overall, this weapon can become a very powerful pulse rifle. Just like any of the raid weapons that you get, they can become extremely powerful. Up next is a scout rifle titled Vision of Confluence. This weapon can perform solar damage as a primary weapon. Now here is the most awesome part about this scout rifle. It can become in full auto. I have this scout rifle, and ever since I've gotten it, I haven't put it down. I absolutely love this weapon. I wish it had different special damage, but overall, I love this weapon. Up next is the Praetorian Foil, which is a fusion rifle. This fusion rifle does solar damage, and it has the perk called Glass Half Full, which if you guys remember, each time the magazine gets low, it does additional damage. It also has this perk called Accelerated Coils, which what this does is it reduces the charge time. This comes in major handy. Not to mention some other good perks is Reactive Reload. Reloading this weapon after a kill grants a damage bonus for a short time. Next vault weapon I'm going to be covering is the hand cannon Fatebringer. What's special about this primary weapon is it can have arc damage. Not only that, another badass perk about this weapon is it can have explosive rounds. That means each time you shoot a bullet, it will explode on impact and have a radius. So it will hurt every enemy in the area. Just reel that in, guys. A pistol that can have explosive rounds. That's incredible. Up next is the shotgun titled Found Verdict. This shotgun has arc damage. Now what is badass about this shotgun and makes it extremely unfair is it can be fired in full auto mode just like the scout rifle. Now you guys know how OP the shotguns are in PvP right now. So just
How was that?
I don't know.
Why are you looking at me?
Why does stuff like that keep happening? You know what time that just did that? Hey guys, I'm back. I had to go check what that was and a random glass just fell in my kitchen. I don't know what made it fall. I don't get it. It happened out of nowhere. I don't know what in the world that was. It just fell at 3:33 in the morning or 3:34 in the morning. Man, that was creepy as hell. Anyways, up next is this Praedeth's Revenge. It is a sniper rifle. This sniper rifle can cause void damage. What's cool about this sniper rifle, it has a perk called Firefly, which what it does is if you get a precision kill, it will make the target explode. So boom, headshot. Another cool perk about this weapon is it has Feeding Frenzy, which what this does is the kills with this weapon increase reload speed for a short time. Now for the heavy machine gun, Corrective Measure. And this weapon can cause void damage. This weapon has an awesome perk called Persistence, which what this does is the weapon grows more accurately the longer it is fired. Another awesome perk is called Armor Piercing Rounds, which what this does, it overpenetrates targets and they slow down with their weapon handling. And not to mention, we all want more heavy ammo, and it has a perk called Surplus, which what this does, it makes you find more ammo for the weapon. Nice. That gets me nice and moist. Alright, now for the Raid Rocket Launcher. It's named Hezen Vengeance. It can cause solar damage. It can have a tripod, which allows the rocket launcher to hold 3 shells. There is also this perk that you can get called Flare Magwell, which it is very handy for a rocket launcher because it makes the reload speed of the weapon faster. MIRV Mini. Rockets fired from this weapon split into several smaller shells upon detonating. So that just makes the blast radius of this bad boy even more powerful. Alright, now beating the vault on hard, you can unlock the Vex Mythoclast, which is an exotic fusion rifle. This is highly considerable the strongest and most powerful gun that you can get on Destiny. It is a fusion rifle, but it can be placed as a primary weapon. The craziest thing about this weapon, it has a perk called Timeless Mythoclast. It allows the weapon to have no charge time, fires a single bolt with each trigger pull. Now that's just ridiculous, especially since it's a fusion rifle. And not to mention, it's a primary. Man, I would hate to encounter this in the PvP world. It also has a perk called Light's Weight, which what this does is it grants your character +2 to agility. So it makes you faster while carrying this weapon. Not to mention the crowd control on this bad boy. Each kill you get grants bonus damage for a short time. This weapon just becomes more powerful and powerful. Overall, the stats on this weapon is incredible, but the highest stats on this weapon is the charge rate, which is at 100 of course, and the aim assistance, which is at 100 as well. Okay, now for the miscellaneous loot. Well, that's what I like to call it. This loot will make your character look badass, and you can only get it from the Vault of Glass. Hey, that rhymed. Anyways, to start this off, I'm going to show you what you can get with the Titan. It's called the Light of the Great Prism. It's a holographic Titan mark, and this thing makes you stand out of the crowd. That's why I like it. Up next is the shader that you can get, which counts for everyone. The shader makes you all white. It's called the Chatter White Shader. And this is a guaranteed item once you beat the Vault of Glass. And for the Hunter, you get a special cape called the Shattered Vault Cloak. It's awesome. Now for the Warlock, you get this awesome Warlock bond, which looks like it is on fire. It's called the Fragment of the Prime. Anyway, since you guys made it this far in the video, I'm going to go ahead and give you some important information on your best chance to find good loot, such as exotics and these miscellaneous items I had just talked about. Your best chance to obtain these is in the Gorgon Labyrinth. It's going to be the chest on the left where you have to go up inside the cave. Not the one where you have to go through the maze, because most of my items that I have gotten out of that chest has been ascendants of some sort. But I've had some awesome luck out of the chest on the left side. I also did a little study among my friends, and they had said their best luck has been the chest on the left. So it's not just me having good luck with this chest. It has been my friends as well. Just thought you guys might want to know that information. Anyways, you can also get some other badass loot, such as a special Sparrow called the XVO Timebreaker. Now this thing looks incredible. 120 durability on this bad boy. And not to mention, this Sparrow is one of a kind. You'll be looking way different than anyone else, but good luck trying to find it because it is extremely rare. You also get exotics from doing the Vault of Glass, guys, if you guys did not know that. But as far as my knowledge goes, you do not obtain the exotics that are done from the exotic bounties. And I have a video talking about what all of the exotic bounties are. I'll have a link in the description to that video in case you guys are wondering what are these exotics. But anyways, as for the exotic weapons go, besides the bounties, you can get any of them. Such as the Patience and Time, which is personally my favorite weapon you can get of all times, because when you zoom in with the Patience and Time, you can turn invisible. It's an awesome sniper. Anyways, you can also get Monte Carlo, Universal Remote, Hawk Moon, Red Death, MIDA Multi-Tool, the Rocket Launcher Truth. You can get a lot of exotic weapons through the Vault of Glass. Also in the Vault of Glass, you can get a special ship called the Glass Minuet. But that is about wrapping up the Vault of Glass. I hope this video was helpful for all of you guys. This took me a century to make, and I hope it was informative for all of you guys. And thank you so much for actually watching and listening to this video. Or if you did one of the two, still, thank you so much. It's highly appreciated from me, guys. I couldn't ask for much more besides your attention, and this took me forever to make once again. I'm glad I'm finally finished up with this video. Woo! Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, subscribe for more Destiny's tips, tricks, secrets, Easter eggs, news, information, whatever I find out and feel like making a video for you guys, I'll be throwing out at you guys. But anyways, I'm out of here though. Peace. And in this Destiny video, I'm going to be trying to break down Destiny materials on what they are about and how they are effective.